wages in factory, that type of things are to be recorded to the manufacturing account debit side. So wages paid that are to be directly related with the manufacturing. The persons who are engaged in the production, for these persons, the wages is to be paid. मध्ये कोण बोलताय? आवाज म्यूट करून ठेवा म्हणलंय मी. कोण मुलीचा आवाज येतोय? मराठीमध्ये सांगितलेलं कळत नाही का? कुणीही आपले माईक चालू करू नका. हे आता तिसरी वेळ झालं सांगतोय मी. आपले वही काढून बसा, पेन काढून बसा आणि काय काय इथं तुम्हाला स्क्रीनवर दिसतंय ते लिहून काढा आणि मी जे काय बोलतोय त्याच्यातलं महत्त्वाचं लिहून काढा. घरच्या माणसांना तुमच्या मोबाईल जवळ येऊ देऊ नका. इथं मला दिसतात कोण जवळ आले, कोण काय बोलतंय ते. So everything is to be recorded on the manufacturing account which relates to the particular type of manufacturing process. So wages paid to the workers. Now machine operator is there, then other persons, engineers are there. So they are relates with the particular type of activity which connected with the manufacturing concern. So the amount of wages paid to them, that is recorded to manufacturing account. In the 11th and 12th standard, you have already recorded all these things to the trading account. But here, the manufacturing account is a separate account, and that's why the wages are to be recorded to the manufacturing account and not to the trading account. Then direct expenses which are relates with the manufacturing, say for example, carriage inward. Now carriage inward is the item of when the raw material is purchased, the transport expenditure from particular supplier to the particular manufacturing concern, that amount is known as carriage inward. So transport expenditures are paid, and that is why it is to be relates with the manufacturing concern. Raw material is that is transported from supplier to the particular factory, and that amount of carriage inward is to be recorded to the manufacturing account debit side. Then power, electricity power is used for operating of the machineries. Then water supply is also there, gas supply is also there, oil and grease or other things which are required for the maintenance of the machineries, that is to be related with the manufacturing account. So gas, water, coal, then other things which are directly related with the factory, that are to be recorded to the manufacturing account. So debit side, all the expenditures which are direct activity, that are to be recorded to the manufacturing account. The manufacturing account itself shows that it is relates with the manufacturing. No other expenditures or expenses are to be recorded to this account. Only the manufacturing expenditures, manufacturing items, that are to be recorded to the manufacturing account debit side. And then whatever may be the closing stock of raw material and closing stock of WIP, that is to be recorded on the credit side of the manufacturing account. So on the credit side, only two items are to be recorded. One is closing stock of raw material and another is closing stock of work in progress, WIP. First word is taken, WIP means work in progress. So that type of items, only two items are to be recorded to the manufacturing account credit side. Now when we are considering the items of debit and credit, the total of debit side of the manufacturing account is more than total of credit side. So debit side is always more than credit side. Suppose debit side total of all the opening stock of raw material, opening stock of WIP, then purchases, then carriage inward, then wages, then direct expenses, gas, water supply, power, oil and greasing. So if the total of all these items becomes 5 lakhs rupees, the total of all these items becomes 5 lakh rupees, and only we can say closing stock of raw material and closing stock of WIP that may have the total of rupees 1 lakh. That means debit side total is 5 lakhs, but the credit side opening, that is closing stock of raw material and closing stock of WIP is 2 lakhs. The difference of rupees 3 lakhs, because debit side total is 5 lakhs and credit side when we are making the total, it is equal to the debit, and only two items are recorded there, closing stock of raw material and closing stock of WIP having 1 lakh rupees. So 3 lakhs rupees difference, it is to be recorded on the credit side, that is by cost of production or by cost of manufacturing concern. So debit side is always more, it is always greater than the credit side, and that's why what is the difference on the credit side, that is to be transferred to by production cost or by manufacturing cost, and into bracket when production cost is to be recorded on the credit side, we may say that into bracket it is transferred to trading account. So balance which is shown, that is by production cost or by manufacturing cost, that is to be transferred to trading account. And on the trading account debit side, first of all we are recording by, we can say there in the manufacturing account by manufacturing cost, and into bracket transferred to trading account. Then we are recording to the trading account to manufacturing account, into bracket transferred from cost of production, and then the 3 lakhs rupees are to be recorded first, and then the items of trading account. Now for the trading account, only the opening stock of finished goods is to be taken. The opening stock of raw material, opening stock of WIP, we are recorded in the manufacturing account debit side. Only the opening stock of finished goods, that is to be recorded to trading account. So one more thing again you can remember or keep in mind, that opening stock of finished goods is only recorded to the trading account debit side. Other opening stocks that are to be recorded to the manufacturing account debit side. In the 11th and 12th standard, everything you are recorded to the trading account, but here the manufacturing account is a separate account, and that's why the finished stock is not to be recorded to the manufacturing account, that is opening stock of finished goods or finished material, that is to be recorded to the debit side of trading account. Then if purchases of finished stock is there, purchases of finished stock instead of raw material, that is to be recorded to the trading account debit side. Again, the items which are not directly relates to the manufacturing, that are to be recorded to the trading account debit side. So others are there which are indirect expenses. Direct expenditures means which are directly relates to the manufacturing, but indirect expenses means which are not directly related to the manufacturing, but it is relates to the trading. So trade expenses are to be recorded on the trading account debit side likewise, and again sales are to be recorded on the credit side of the trading account as usual. From the 11th and 12th standard, you are recorded by sales on the trading account credit side. On the same manner, you have to record the sales which are to be made by the particular proprietary concern on the credit side by sales. And if some returns are there, sales returns are there, that are to be deducted or that are to be minus from the sales, and then the outer column amount is to be recorded. Now here, closing stock of finished goods again to be recorded on the credit side. As we are recorded opening stock of finished goods on debit side of trading account, then ultimately the closing stock of finished goods is to be recorded on the credit side of the trading account. And then we are making the total. Then we are making the total. Here the trading account is always shows that credit side is greater than debit side. The amount of credit side total is more and the debit side total is less. So suppose here the credit side total of the sales and closing stock of finished goods are rupees, again we can say 5 lakhs rupees or 6 lakhs rupees, whatever may be. And if the debit side total of all the manufacturing cost which are transferred from the manufacturing account to the debit side of trading account 3 lakhs, then purchases of finished goods, opening stock of finished goods, the total becomes again 4 lakhs. So 5 lakhs is the total of credit side of trading account and 4 lakhs is the total of debit side of the trading account. The difference of 1 lakh rupees, it is to be treated as gross profit. So gross profit is to be shown by the trading account. So debit side difference is to be known as to gross profit carried down. And if the reverse situation is there, reverse means if the debit side is more than credit side, sometimes debit side is more, sometimes credit side is less, then there is a difference on credit side which is known as by gross loss carried down. So always there is no gross profit. Sometimes in any proprietary concern, if the debit side of profit trading account is more, then ultimately what is the difference to the credit side, that is to be known as gross loss. But in rare cases, it is happens only if 100 times the gross profit is shown, then only 2-3 times the gross loss will be there. But it may be there in some cases, and that's why if the debit side is more and credit side is less, the difference is gross loss. But always you may take into account that credit side of the trading account is always more and the difference of debit side is to be known as gross profit carried down. Now this gross profit carried down again transferred to profit and loss account credit side by gross profit brought down. So by gross profit brought down, which comes from the trading account debit side, one is to be to balance carried down or to gross profit carried down, then ultimately it becomes to P&L account by gross profit brought down. So whatever may be on the credit side by balance or to gross profit carried down 1 lakh rupees, it can be ultimately comes to the credit side of the profit and loss account by gross profit brought down 1 lakh. And then on the credit side of profit and loss account, the incomes are recorded. The incomes and gains are to be recorded on the credit side of the profit and loss account. So what are the incomes? If you are received discount received, then rent received, then other types of dividend received and other receipts, that are the incomes which are to be recorded on the credit side of the profit and loss account. Then debit side, what expenditures and losses that are to be recorded on the debit side of profit and loss account. Just I have given you what is the items which are to be recorded on the debit side as well as credit side of the particular account. So profit and loss account debit side balance starts with the salary, to salary, and in the salary, if the salary is outstanding, in the adjustment salary outstanding is given rupees 2000 and the to salary is given rupees 20,000. So you have to record to salary inner column 20,000, then add outstanding rupees 2,000, then outer column total becomes 22,000 if the salary is outstanding. On the other hand, if there is a prepaid salary of rupees 2,000, now you are recorded to salary inner column 20,000, prepaid is to be deducted. So less prepaid rupees 2,000 and outer column comes 20,000 minus 2,000, 18,000. So this type of outstanding and prepaid adjustments are to be there. And another effect of the outstanding salary, we can record to the balance sheet liability side. Every adjustment have twofold effect. If one is on the debit side, the another is on, we can say, liability side. Outstanding wages, outstanding salary, outstanding rent, outstanding other expenditures. So one is added and the particular another effect is to be made on the liability side of the balance sheet. And in the case of prepaid, if we are deducted from a particular item, then ultimately outstanding we are recording to the liability side, the prepaid will be recorded on the asset side. That is the main things which are to be taken into consideration. Then salary we are started from the profit and loss account debit side, then to advertisement, to audit expenditure, to printing and stationery, to general expenses, to sundry expenses, then to transport, traveling expenses, then to bad debts. All other expenditures and losses, they are to be recorded on the debit side of the profit and loss account. And then we are making the total. When the total is made, again if the debit side is lesser than credit side of the profit and loss account, for example, profit and loss account total is rupees, again we can say 3 lakhs, and all the totals of the items which are recorded on the debit side are having the total of 2 lakhs. Then the difference is net profit. Then the difference is net profit, that is rupees 1 lakh. So this net profit is again transferred to balance sheet. If the capital accounts are there, on the liability side we are recording capital of the